Yo, what's up everyone and welcome back to Boxmining. Today we're going to be looking at the cryptocurrency news. It's about time we looked at it. Even though the crypto prices haven't really moved much since last time we met, for Bitcoin we're still stuck in that mildly fun channel. We have 8,600. We still can't break 9,000. It's as if the people manipulating price of Bitcoin decided, you know what? We don't want any, it's over 9,000 memes popping up. It's going to stay right under that. So that's the situation we're at today. But in other cryptocurrencies, we got something very interesting. On one coin, Bitcoin SV, it pumped again. And that's right, it's at $219. And these shenanigans are not stopping. So the reason for this, the reason why I chased down to thankfully post by Mia Tam, she found this, which is this fake news image that said Craig Wright, Fictoshi, CSW, whatever you want to call him, he transferred 50K BTC to Binance wallets. So obviously this is a fake photoshopped image and everyone was just commenting about that. Like, how can people believe this fake news? What are the Chinese drinking to allow a fake Photoshop image to fool them as such? So that's what the story is. But of course, obviously, we know what's happening in the background because of the low volume trade volumes in the space. Any coin that's not Bitcoin is extremely prone to any type of manipulation. I mean, as fun as things are, honestly, when we see images in the space, we definitely need to do our own research. Speaking of fun in this space, I've been reinvited back onto the blockchain cruise. It's happening on June the 9th. I'm going to leave a link down below for all the details. It's going to go from Barcelona in Spain to Rome. So pretty darn awesome. Hopefully you guys can go. And if not, I'm going to be there to ask John McAfee some fun questions. Stirred up some controversy saying, of course, a $1 million Bitcoin by 2020 or else you're going to eat your dick.
Right.
All right. So hypothetically, if it doesn't reach $1 million by 2020, how would you cook your dick? So in terms of news that caught my eye today, I saw this. Major Bitcoin accumulation was already underway during the crypto winter. So big funds, big firms, we've been hypothesizing that they have been making entries into crypto. On the side, we know that they've been flooding crypto, saying, you know what, crypto's going to go to zero. That's what Jamie Dimon's saying for a while. But what's really happening is that all the big banks and funds have separate branches, separate legal entities that are accumulating crypto. Now, in terms of evidence for that, so Dyer Research, they posted this up to show who is accumulating what wallets are increasing in size. So what we see is that retail, so this is like small addresses between 1 to 100 Bitcoin holding, that's accumulating. But between 1K to 10K, this is where the biggest accumulation of size is happening. So that's actually really interesting that there are significant accumulations in both retail space and in kind of the medium tier for large, big firm space. In terms of the biggest wallets, these are the crypto whales down there. They've been dumping. So they've been dumping straight into the accumulation of medium-sized firms, which is, I think it's actually really interesting to see that happening. So you have less and less an effect from the major early investors of Bitcoin, like maybe your Roger Vers or whatnot. So are the big firms really accumulating? We know that Grayscale is. They have $2.1 billion of digital assets under management. That is 94% of that is Bitcoin. They're really Bitcoin maximalists here. And I can see why. Because Bitcoin has the most liquidity. If they ever want to dump that 2.1 billion of digital assets, they better stick with Bitcoin. So would this be enough to drive the bull market? Honestly, I would hold my horses back a little bit because this kind of money, smart money, they don't want to drastically affect the price unless they're ready to dump, right? They want to accumulate slowly at their own pace. So honestly, for me, what I see is that this is a gradual positive movement. And what we're waiting is for this new influx of new players coming in. And that is when the real bull run is going to start. Next up on the news, we got TaoTao. Yeah, that's a weird name, but it's Yahoo Back exchange that's entering Japan. So we know that this year, it's been a major flooding of cryptocurrency exchanges. Everyone wants to pull a Binance, and everyone wants to attract more people trading crypto because a lot of money is there in the process. And also they can dominate this whole new field. Now, does Yahoo mean a lot in this space? Some would argue no, because Yahoo, they're not really a big search engine anymore. Their business strategy has changed drastically. But one thing we do know about Yahoo was that they made a really good buy on Alibaba. So they own a significant portion of Alibaba. They know what kind of good investments are in this space, I would guess. So it's going to be interesting to see if this TaoTao exchange can dominate. But for now, it's got the license in Japan. It's ready to trade, but only for Japanese-based clients. Who knows? We probably have to make a trip to Japan to see what is happening. Next up, we got YouTube. YouTube has always been blamed for stuff, and this time, YouTube is being blamed for propagating free Bitcoin scams. We know in this space, there's always a bunch of scams promising free Bitcoin out of thin air, tens of thousands of dollars worth, or maybe even clone your Bitcoin. But that's all just a scammy piece of crap. And last but not least, Telegram, they're officially releasing, wait for it. And finally, we got Telegram. You know that messaging program that we all use? Last year, they announced their own smart contract platform and token, the TON token. This year, they're announcing, wait for it, the testnet blockchain light client. What the hell does that even mean? Well, it just means that you can just try to test out their tokens. None of it's officially out yet. And if you look at their website, it's 403 forbidden. I think they maybe shot their load a little bit too fast on GitHub, releasing a little bit of code. Most of this is for testing, but we do know that later on this year, they're going to release their testnet, their smart contract platform, and that will be integrated into the Telegram client. Obviously, needless to say, to get one of these tokens is extremely close because last year they didn't do a public sale and there were a million scams out for it. So I would anticipate a little bit more scams this year with Telegram airdrops, and those do not exist. Last but not least, I've been a hermit for the past 3 days almost, working 10 hours a day on this, which is the new Boxmining.com. So I wanted to show you guys this a little bit early because I want to see what feedback there is and how I can improve. I've been pretty much kind of optimizing how this website looks and also how it functions on the mobile as well, trying to make it a little bit more for everybody here. We got a lot of various content like my recording gear list, Crypto Daily's recording gear list is where we have all our camera gear and stuff set up. We also have, say, the Ledger Nano X review. Anyways, tell me what you think of this website, the layout and anything. And if there's anything I can improve as well, I'd love to hear it. And that's all for me today. And if you guys are interested in the blockchain cruise, it's coming up on June the 9th. So I'll put a link down below if you guys are interested in going. And that's it. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.